1977, George Lucas formed a legacy.
The Force is with me, and I am with the Force.
Inspired by mythology, his saga has become a passion for many.
Feel the Force around you.
His legend has become our story.
It's true. All of it.
One of resistance.
We are the spark that'll light the fire that'll burn the First Order down.
Rebellion.
Rebellion is built on hope.
And redemption.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is Star Wars Reactions.
Remember, the Force will be with you. Always.
Well, hello there, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Welcome to a special Star Wars Reactions. We hope you all are having a great day. I am Aaron Harris, one half of your hosting team, and of course, joining me as always, tearing himself away from his turkey, the David Motters. David, my friend, how's it going?
It is going well. Happy Thanksgiving, my brother, and happy Thanksgiving to all of our listeners. And I'm ready to do some Star Wars reactions on Thanksgiving.
Exactly. We are excited for this. We are been looking for it. We decided this was something we had decided to do just for the fun of it. When they announced that we were getting the brand new Lego Star Wars Holiday Special, this was just something we had to do for the holidays. So definitely glad we were able to work in the review so you can enjoy it either today while you are traveling to be with family, if you get to be with your family, or tomorrow when you're Black Friday shopping, if you're going out on Black Friday, or if you're listening internationally, you're just having a regular day. So, just one of those things. It's a bonus for you then. So we are going to take a quick look at the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special, and looking forward to this. Now, I will say this, if you have not watched the original Holiday Special, bless you. It is on YouTube. You can find it and watch it. I don't think the copies I've found haven't been real great quality, but it's available there. And I will say I understand why the maker tried to hide it after watching it. But yeah, so this is nothing like that. This was actually pretty good. This Lego one they did was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. They did release it on November 17th exclusively on Disney Plus. This was written by David Shane and directed by Ken Cunningham. Basic synopsis of this episode, of this special. It's Life Day. They're having a big Life Day party, and Rey is looking for help because she's trying to teach Finn the ways of the Force. This actually takes place post Rise of Skywalker. The First Order is fallen, and Rey's trying to teach Finn how to be a Jedi. And meanwhile, Poe, Rose, Chewie, 3PO, R2, BB-8, everybody's trying to get everything ready for the big Life Day party because Chewie's family's coming to the Falcon for the party. Of course, Falcon's hosting the party, of course. And, of course, things go crazy from there. Rey runs off to try to find some help at this Jedi temple that only reveals its help once on a year on Life Day. And since it's Life Day, she has to get there. And she ends up finding this Jedi key, which allows her to travel between different time periods and watch different masters and apprentices. And, of course, things get hectic when Vader and the Emperor try to steal the power. And it goes nuts. So, basic synopsis there. They end with Return of the Jedi and A New Hope version of Luke Skywalker. There's two of them. They end up winning the day and saving the galaxy again. So, David, what did you think of this holiday special? What was your what are your first thoughts about it?
Really fun. I thought it was really cute, and I've enjoyed the other Lego Star Wars stuff that is now on Disney Plus. I hadn't really had a chance to watch a lot of that, but now I've been able to. And the Yoda Chronicles and Freemaker Adventures and all those kind of things. They're really fun. They're really quick. This one, I just immediately loved it because seeing Rey with her yellow lightsaber and seeing them in action after Rise of Skywalker. So really enjoyed it. I didn't expect it to be this long. I think I texted you. I thought it might be about anywhere from maybe 25 to 35 minutes, maybe 40 at most, but it comes in at 47 minutes, which is pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a lot longer than what I assumed it would be, to be honest. I wasn't thinking it would go for as long as it did, but it actually kept you engaged, and it didn't feel like it was the whole 30 or 47 minutes. It was very engaging, very fun.
Oh, I agree. I didn't feel like it. I really enjoyed it. I did check the time that a few times, but no, it kept me engaged. I kept listening. Of course, I know if I don't pay attention, I'm going to miss something. And so it's cute. It's fun. It's good to hear all the voices that we heard. I know we've got them listed in our show notes. We'll mention those, and lots and lots of Easter eggs and so on. So we'll go through all of it.
Very good, very good. For me, initially, I will admit, when they initially announced it, I was kind of hesitant because I remember I had seen the original holiday special, so I wasn't sure what to expect. And I was glad when they started releasing trailers and stuff, we got to see that it wasn't going to be anything like the original holiday special. If you're a Star Wars fan, the original holiday special is a must watch. You have to at least watch it once to say you've experienced it.
Yeah.
Whether you watch it again after that is on you, but you have to at least watch it once. Because there is, because it does have the first appearance of Boba Fett. It does have Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford. It's got the original people in there, which is appealing. But at the same point, it's not that good. In my opinion, it's just not that good. But you at least have to watch it once. So when I sat down to watch this when it was released, I was actually pleasantly surprised. I actually enjoyed it. I actually got some good laughs out of it, which, Lego's always good. Lego's always been good at making people laugh with their stories. And this was no exception. They actually had some good humor in there, story-related humor, which was great. And I like the fact, too, there was a lot of traveling around to you. It wasn't just isolated to that sequel period. There was a lot of traveling through the saga to the prequels to the original trilogy. You got to see all aspects of it during this holiday special, and I enjoyed that. So my first impressions were actually really good when I watched it. I was like, this is good. This is something I will actually watch again and enjoy. Probably watch it every holiday now. So
yeah,
good.
Oh, absolutely. That's what the creators said they were hoping for, is that people would watch this and make it a yearly tradition. And the way they've done it, you really, it can easily happen.
Mm-hmm. Very easily. So let's jump into some of our favorite parts here of the holiday special. David, after watching it, what did you find as some of your favorite parts of this special?
Absolutely. Yeah, I loved all the funny moments. I cracked up when the two clone troopers, this may be my favorite part, voiced by D. Bradley Baker, who I absolutely love the guy. and they yell jinx, then double jinx. One has a donut, the other has a coffee in his hand, and then they of course take off and need to pull people over. But I just love how D. Bradley Baker voiced that. I love Finn's training at the very beginning there with the training remote. The thing is split in half. It still shoots him in the butt. He throws his helmet at it and comes right back in his head. That was funny. Vader battling Vader on Hoth. That was funny. And anything the Emperor talks about when he gives, when he's talking to Kylo Ren, when he's talking to Vader, he just cracks me up. Like the one part when he says, "Less talky, more fighty." I just love that. And the guy they have voicing it is just, he's perfect. And he's been the Emperor in a lot of the other Lego Star Wars shows. I enjoyed the inclusion of a lesson to learn. It really reminded me of The Last Jedi, where Yoda is talking to Luke about failure. And in this one, it's, Rey getting lost, focusing on the wrong things. And then she learns the importance of family and friends. And kind of like when she's there with Yoda at the end, and he says not just masters and Padawans, but friends, and they're helping others and all that kind of stuff. And again, learning from failure, which is huge. And maybe one other favorite part for me was something you mentioned already. Was I just really enjoyed seeing Rey time travel through the Skywalker saga. I know it's been done before in many shows, but I thought they did it in a really entertaining manner. Just really well done.
Oh, I definitely agree. Now, let me ask you this, because this is one thing that I immediately thought of when I saw the portal open up and she started going to world. Did that not remind you of World Between Worlds?
I didn't think about that. I really didn't. I was looking at show notes here before the show started, and I noticed you put that in there. I'm like, of course. That really, I don't know if the creators were thinking about that. I could imagine they really were, but I'm glad that you said that and you brought it up just now, because that could in essence almost be like a little Easter egg or homage or reference to the World Between Worlds. I thought that was a real good catch by you.
Well, thank you. That's the first place my mind went. Of course, if I can relate something back to Rebels, I'm going to. That's just my nature, because I love that show so much. But my mind immediately went to World Between Worlds when Ezra and Ahsoka are running through there, trying to escape the Emperor. And I mean, it just made sense in my head. I'm like, okay, this is kind of another spin of the World Between Worlds. So that was awesome. And D. Bradley Baker killed it in this episode, man. I loved it. His clone troopers were absolutely awesome. Some of my favorite parts in this actually had to do with Obi-Wan Kenobi, actually. He's in here several times through it. One of my favorite scenes is while Rey is time jumping. We get to the scene where, if you remember Attack of the Clones, Anakin and Obi-Wan are in the elevator on their way to see Padme for the first time, and they're talking about Anakin's worried about how he looks and how much she's changed and if she'll remember him and everything. And they're having that discussion, and all of a sudden you see Rey just kind of sink in from the top. And just kind of looking around like, oh my gosh, this is awesome, and pull back out. And then they're like, and then she's like, oh, this is great. I can't believe it. It's Anakin and Obi-Wan. And to BB-8. And he's like, no, I don't think they saw me. And all of a sudden you see Anakin and Obi-Wan pop up and go, hello there. That was oh my gosh.
Love that.
It was hilarious. I loved that scene. Another one toward the end, we had all versions of three of the three prequel versions of Obi-Wan showing up and talking to each other. You have the Padawan, the Jedi Knight, and the Jedi Master all there, and all of them look at each other and they're like, at the same time, they're all like, hello there.
That is awesome.
Really good. Really liked that. I thought it was great. They put a little nod into the Mandalorian because they jumped in and saw Mando and Baby Yoda. Thought that was pretty cool. Tip Yip, and they were cooking Tip Yip, which I've had Tip Yip at Galaxy's Edge, but it was great seeing Poe trying to cook Tip Yip by firing up the engines on the Falcon and just kind of hanging over the engine and dangling it on a stick. Very funny, very funny. But probably what made me laugh the hardest in this was the whole scene with Kylo Ren and General Hux. That just made me laugh because it's the shirtless version of Kylo Ren. And Hux just kept making mistakes and referring to pectoral muscles and a shirt and abs, and while trying to give his report, he was throwing him off. It was hilarious. And it even then, of course, when the Emperor and Vader show up, even they're like, yeah, can we put a shirt on first?
Great.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. There was just so much fun stuff going on, and those are just some of our favorite scenes. But they also had a lot of Easter eggs thrown in through here as well. There were a lot of nods, a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of tributes per se to the saga, and even to the original special, because the original special had Chewie's family in it. So there's that nod in this one because Chewie's family's involved as well. What were some of the Easter eggs you picked out, Dave?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you'd mentioned one just a minute ago. I immediately, when Poe was talking about Tip Yip, and of course, I immediately thought of the connection to Galaxy's Edge. Being there with you and eating food at Docking Bay 7, but also at Ronto Roasters. And so I thought that was really cool. To stay with the Tip Yip, when Poe was roasting it, it reminded me of him lightspeed jumping. He does things with the Falcon that he shouldn't be doing, and so I thought it was so perfectly in character to have him leaning over the back of the Falcon trying to roast it. It reminded me of the beginning of The Rise of Skywalker, and I thought that just the creators, the writers, absolutely got Poe's character in terms of doing things with the Millennium Falcon he shouldn't do, not safe. Starkiller Base being mentioned. I thought not just about The Force Awakens, but also the video game. With Sam Witwer and crew. I thought that was really cool. There was a little quick scene there in the temple, that Jedi temple, and Luke was building back BB-8 really quickly, and it reminded me of having, like I guess what Aunt Bruce says in Episode 4, he has a lot of his father in him, and like Anakin, he can fix things. I thought that was neat that they showed that in Luke. Rey was struggling with it, but he just put BB-8 back together real quick. I thought that was cool. We hear a Greedo character coming into the Falcon at the very end for the big celebration and food and music, say McClunky. And so that was a reference to the Episode 4 version of Star Wars on Disney Plus, right? They've added the McClunky. You'd mentioned the little Easter egg. Just seeing a little clip of Mando and the Child and the music. Of course, the IG-11's in it too. I noticed IG-11 there. Real neat, real quick, real cute with Rey and Vader seeing Baby Yoda, the child. And then there's so many more. Like I felt like there were so many Easter eggs. It's just like I listed those, but there's so many more. And then I looked at the ones you listed. I'm like, well, of course. So, but there's a Easter egg, every second in this thing. So you got to keep your eyes peeled. So those are some of the ones I thought about. Well, how about you, buddy?
Well, yeah, there's some Easter eggs everywhere in this special, and of course, one of them I mentioned, of course, earlier, the Mando scene, which was great when they all come falling through, and the Baby Yoda, the child looks up, he's like, starts cooing at him, and they all stop fighting and look, and they're like, oh, how cute. Then they keep fighting.
Right.
Just hilarious there. I love the fact that we have a lot of Star Wars veterans involved in this.
Yes.
I loved it. Of course, Anthony Daniels returned as the voice of C-3PO. Billy D. Williams came back as Lando. Then we got a bunch of Clone Wars veterans in here. Of course, D. Bradley Baker voiced the clones, and of course, Max Rebo when he showed up. James Arnold Taylor, of course, my Obi-Wan Kenobi. Kelly Marie Tran came back as Rose Tico, which I was happy to see her involvement here. Then we had, of course, Matt Lanter, the voice of Anakin Skywalker. We had Tom Kane as coming in and doing the voice of Qui-Gon Jinn and Yoda. Matt Wood, of course, you know Matt Wood, who did Grievous. Matt Wood was in doing Dio and Kylo Ren. Trivia, or little other Easter egg for you, he also did Kylo Ren in Resistance as well.
Yes. Nice. Good call, brother.
And we had Matt Sloan return to do the voice of Vader. And of course, Matt Sloan had done the voice of Vader in multiple video games. I believe he did it in in some of the previous Lego shows as well, like the Freemakers and so forth. But so he's a veteran as well. So a lot of great Star Wars people involved in this, which I thought was awesome. I love those voice actors. I love those people. They're great people, and to see them still involved with Star Wars, it's awesome. I loved it.
Me too.
I really loved it.
Yeah. Hearing Billy D. Williams as Lando, it's so neat to see him involved, even at this age that he's at. So, and he just sounds good, and it sounds like he's having fun. It was weird that, when I was watching it, because you mentioned Anthony Daniels for a while there, they were showing C-3PO, but he wasn't saying anything, and I'm like, oh man, we gotta have Anthony Daniels as C-3PO. And towards the end, as soon as he speaks, and I hear Anthony Daniels, I'm like, okay, I felt a sense of relief. Had to have him in there. I would say this. I would have loved for Oscar Isaac, to be Poe, and Daisy Ridley to be Rey, and John Boyega to be Finn. But I tell you that whoever they got, I didn't write it down. Whoever they got, they did so really well with kind of the accent for Rey and kind of the character of Finn, and the guy who did Poe was really good in his voice inflection. So it was really well done. I wish, like I said, I'd like to see the original ones in there, but like you said, they had a who's who here of Star Wars royalty in this one. So well done.
Yes, well done indeed. And for the record, it was Helen Sadler who did the voice of Rey. She's done a lot of voice, and she's done some on-screen stuff too. Apparently she was also the voice of Jyn Erso in the first Battlefront game.
Oh my god. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she actually plays she actually is in Star Wars Squadrons as well.
Nice.
She plays Havina Von Reg. I wonder if that's a relation to Major Von Reg.
Yeah, that you and I covered in Resistance.
Yep. Yeah. She was also Jyn Erso in Forces of Destiny. Okay, cool.
I thought they had. Wow. Okay. I thought that.
Well, I think they had her. They had Felicity for one episode, but there was more than one episode with Jen.
Right.
So I think she may have done the latter episodes where they couldn't get Felicity back to do it. Because there was 2 seasons of Forces of Destiny.
In fact, I watched those a couple weeks ago.
2 episodes.
Season 1 and
2 seasons.
Yep, 2 seasons. And yeah. All right, good call, buddy.
And Poe Dameron was actually voiced by Jake Green, Jake also was the voice of the snowtrooper on Hoth and Greedo in this episode. And he has a voice and film credits going back. He's done video games. He was apparently a Boss Baby. He's done some video games. Last of Us Part 2, Final Fantasy Remake. He's just done a lot of video games and voice acting. So looks like he was on General Hospital for an episode, Brooklyn Nine-Nine for an episode. So he's got a repertoire there as well. Not necessarily a Star Wars repertoire, but he's definitely got a repertoire there as well.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah, he did a good job. Good job. So,
yeah.
But those were two of the people. I also thought Greg Griffin, who did the voice of Maz, did a killer job too.
When I originally heard that, I thought it was Lupita Nyong'o, and I saw the credits and saw it wasn't her. I was like, ooh, man, some of these people are there. Yeah, you can see why they're voice talents.
Mm-hmm. They did a very good job casting out this episode, this special, which was awesome to see. It was overall, this was just such a fun experience to be a part of watching this. I'm just sitting here going through scenes in my head as as we're talking. I love it when the Emperor and Vader and Kylo Ren are all together, and the Emperor's like, "So, have you ever betrayed your master and threw him down a vent shaft?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "An exhaust shaft?" And you see, all of a sudden Kylo goes, and it cuts to him killing Snoke. And he's like, then it cuts back to Kylo, and he's like, down an exhaust shaft? No, never.
You're not lying.
He's not lying. He never threw anybody down an exhaust shaft before. It's just little pieces of humor like that, which was great. Like Chewie's family running around the Falcon, eating everything they can. Then when they're out of food, they try to eat the porks.
Right. Chewie has to tell him, no, not right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, like I said, anything with that Emperor guy, that cracks me up. It's the way they animate the face, the voice actor, just incredible. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it really was. What did you think of there was a nod to Return of the Jedi in this? And I want to get your thoughts on it. When Max Rebo shows up and he's getting set up and Poe's going off, he goes, "What is this, Max Rebo? Who listens to Max Rebo anymore? By the way, isn't it supposed to be the Max Rebo 7? Where are the other 6? And Rebo does his little talk. He goes, "Oh," and Poe's like, "Oh, my condolences." Because they all died on the sail barge.
Right. Quick
like, hello. Hasn't been this Max Rebo 7 for 40 years now, 30 years now.
Yeah. No, that was quick, and plus having Luke from Jedi in there, with the black outfit, pretty cool.
It was great. I really thought it was. Everything about this was just fun. It was a great little Lego show. Great for all ages. Even adults can get a good laugh out of it. So, a lot of fun. What are your final thoughts on the holiday special?
Oh, absolutely enjoyed it. I made sure to watch it on Life Day. Enjoyed all the little clips, the time jumping. Like I said, seeing Rey with her yellow lightsaber, I thought that was so cool. Like I said, I love the little message. I love the music. Seeing Yoda and Rey in that temple and looking at all those former Padawans and masters, just really, I know it might sound cheesy, but just warmed my heart and just made me feel good. And it's good to see Ray learning something. And so you can watch something entertaining like this, and kids can learn from it. Oh, okay, what did Ray learn? Yeah, I mean, the holidays are about family and friends and spending time with them. It's not always trying to get something done. Like I say in my office all the time, we're not human doings, we're human beings. And so I thought that was a neat message there. And I've enjoyed this so much. I was talking to a friend of mine. We've got a number of families here in Ocala that are pretty good Star Wars fans, and so we're going to watch this over at my friend's house, and we're going to get 6 families together, and he's going to project it, I think, if we can get it working, and play this for the kids, and like you said, all ages, us adults, our teenagers, and our youngest kids. So we're going to try to watch it on Sunday afternoon over there, and so I hope we have a real good time. And I'm curious to watch the little ones and see what they laugh at, throughout it. So looking forward to watching it again.
I don't blame you. I look forward to watching it again as well. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, this will probably be a part of my regular holiday viewing schedule now, because it was just simple fun. It was a nice break from seriousness. It was something. It was complete opposite of The Mandalorian, which has kept us on the edge of our seats, grasping for the next episode every time, leaving us hanging. Yeah. But this was just a good mix in, good laugh, good fun, and great holiday special. They really did good. My hats off to David Shane and Ken Cunningham for getting this out, and great job. So of course we do great stuff around here. It gets pesky, but we do great stuff around here. Like if you were in school, A, B, C, D, or F, and just how we would grade it and what our thoughts are on it. Great to give it a grade. It's nothing to really. Comparing it to the original holiday special, it's an A+. But it just based off its own merits and its seriousness and the jokes and everything. I give it a B. Overall, it was good. It was a B. How would you grade the episode, David?
Kind of hard with the way that I've done it for so many shows like Rebels and Resistance and now The Mandalorian. I like I said, just looking at it overall and the story and all the laughs, I went with a B+. I feel you with the B. I guess in my mind, what would be an A? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I guess in the back of my head, I feel like they could do something. They'll top this. I'm guessing. I could see them topping this. So that's why I think I'd go with a B+. And I believe they can do an A-. They're always trying to top themselves, and so I would guess the next Star Wars Lego special show will be even better. And so yeah, I'll go with a B+.
B+. There it is. B+. Perfect. So. Of course, definitely you can let us know what you think of the episode. You can, of course, message us or let us know via social media, Facebook, Star Wars Reactions, Twitter, SW Reactions Pod, or Instagram, SW Reactions. Or, of course, you can always hit us up via email, show@starwarsreactions.com. Now, of course, it would not be a Thanksgiving special if we did not close out with what we are thankful for. And of course, it's just a tradition here. If you're not from the United States and you don't know Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving's a day where we all sit down and we celebrate what we're thankful for. It's just a day of remembrance, a day of thanks. And so, David, what are you thankful for this year?
Well, first and foremost, just so thankful for my wife and my 2 children. I'm so blessed to have them. A wonderful wife, and Eli and Lena. You and I have talked about them quite a bit, and you met them, and they know you well. And they're just great kids to have, and so I'm so thankful for them. I'm thankful for health in this time of great uncertainty with COVID-19 and a lot of people that have been robbed of their health by this horrible virus. So I'm going to do my best to stay healthy and keep going here. And I'm very thankful for an outlet like Star Wars is overall, and specifically podcasting with you, and thankful for you that I can do this, and it just allows me to escape reality in a healthy way. People pick a lot of unhealthy ways to escape reality, but to be able to do this with you, buddy, I'm very thankful. And of course, many more things, extended family and so on and so forth. But thankful for those things, and thankful for you, buddy.
Oh, very good, very good. And of course, I'm definitely thankful for you and the podcast, because it has definitely been a breakaway from a crazy year. I'm very thankful for my family, my wife, my girls, my friends, you, David, my friend Robbie, and all the friends I have out there, that we've all been able to lean on each other and get through these hard times. I'm thankful, of course, for of course my church family and my faith. I can honestly tell you I would not have made it this far without it. And yes. I also want to say I'm thankful for everybody listening. Our listeners that support us and cheer us on and just week after week tune in to hear what two crazy guys have to say about Star Wars. Is we're very thankful for y'all. I mean, y'all definitely keep us going. The kind words and the feedback is awesome. We appreciate you all. And like I say in every episode, we appreciate each and every one of you. We're thankful for you. We're rooting for you. We're praying for you. And it's not just something I say. It is the truth. Every day, y'all are in my prayers, and y'all are awesome people, and I appreciate you. So.
Well said. Well said.
All right. Well, if anybody wants to talk Star Wars with us, David, how would they go about doing that with you?
Yeah, definitely. My Twitter handle has always been the same. It's David _Modders, MODDERS. And then the email is david@StarWarsReactions.com.
Very good. Very good. For me, of course, if you want to talk Star Wars or just anything with me, you can always hit me up on Twitter. That's the best place. It's TA Harris 121079. Or email me, Aaron, at StarWarsReactions.com. Yeah, that's right. StarWarsReactions.com. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, you can email me there. Of course, David, happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
Yeah, no, happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. And I'm glad we did this.
I am too. It's always fun doing this show with you. Thanks for hanging out and doing this. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us while we review it. Like I said, we appreciate you. We're thankful for you. We're praying for you. Have a great Thanksgiving. Have a great holiday season. And just keep a lookout, because our Mandalorian episodes are still coming. So have a great holiday. And remember, this is your place for elegant discussion for a more civilized age.
If you'd like to share your thoughts, you can email us at show@StarWarsReactions.com for our show notes and the latest news from the Star Wars universe. Visit our website at www.StarWarsReactions.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at SWReactionsPod or on Facebook at Star Wars Reactions. If you enjoy our show, please leave a review on iTunes. This podcast is not endorsed by the Walt Disney Company or by Lucasfilm Limited. It's intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. The official Star Wars website can be found at www.starwars.com. Star Wars, All names, sounds, and any other Star Wars related items are registered trademarks and or copyrights of Disney and their respective trademark and copyright holders. All original content of this podcast is the intellectual property of Star Wars Reactions unless otherwise indicated. Star Wars Reactions, elegant discussion for a more civilized age.